Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. This is just going to be a quick video going over the entire kits for both Shizu and VELDORA since they're going to be out in a couple days, and then at the end I will tell you if they are a should you summon, how deep you should go for them, etc, etc. So without further ado, let's get into the kits. First one up is Shizu. She is a fire human unit, and she has a 6-star magic slot, a 5-star physical slot, and then a 4-star support slot that can be limit broke into a 4-star heal slot. Her skill has a 12-second cooldown, does 2800 fire damage magical, and then increases own arts by 40, and then heals ally with the lowest HP by 20%. So it's kind of like Holka's skill, but it scales. And then her arts does 30,000% fire damage magical, does a 100% chance to burn enemies for 25 seconds. That kind of coincides with her passive. Her passive, we'll get into that in a second. And then her true arts does 70,000% fire damage magical, and then for 35 seconds increases all allies magic damage by 180%. Her super arts does 170,000% fire damage magical, increases all allies that are below 80% arts by 60, if I'm reading that right. It should be above, but the symbol that they use here is the below symbol. And then for 20 seconds reduces enemies fire resistance by 160%. If the enemy is burning, however, it reduces the enemy's fire resistance by an additional 160. So if they're burning, which if you use her arts before this or her passive and then you have like a really good burn equip, then you can easily get this 160 additional fire res down pretty easily. Her passive at the start of the battle reduces enemies burn resistance by 50% for 120 seconds. Does not stack with the ability of the same name. So this one I actually had confusion about because I'm wondering if this is like a per stage thing. Does it just affect the first stage you're on? Does it just affect the boss stage? Or does it affect just like every single stage, every enemy just automatically has 50% burn res down on them? Because if it's like that, that's pretty cool. And then you just slap on her magic slot, you just slap something like, I don't know, Malim's necklace, which you can get from this event, or some other magic equip that burns. And then her other passive increases own damage against burning enemies by 100%, and then increases own arts by 4 per second when own self is burning. So the Vulcan Knuckles for a 4-star physical slot, where you just put this in her 5-star slot, or you can have another unit that has a 4-star physical slot and then you just use the Vulcan Knuckles if you really wanted to get the 4 arts up. But I promise you, the 4 arts per second is probably not worth it burning yourself, to be honest. So her kit overall, really good, really strong, has very good potential to deal super high amount of damage, especially if you pass or if you slap a crit buff on there, or a crit resist down, or a a defense ignore on there. Then you can start hitting for really hard damage. It's really good. I think she's overall really good. Definitely. Now, the man himself, or should I say the dragon himself, VELDORA. He is going to be a Earth Dragon unit, which is really great because he's going to be our first Ascended Dragon unit, and he is awesome. I will just tell you that right off the bat. He has a 6-star magic slot, a 5-star defense slot, and then a 4-star physical slot that can be limit broken into a 4-star defense slot. His skill is on an 8-second cooldown, does 4,000% earth damage physical, and increases skills damage to non-boss enemies by 100%. So, mines. First thought, mines. I mean, first thought was mines when I saw that he was a dragon unit, but his skill, like being able to just like clear waves like nothing, is going to be really good in the mines. He's definitely going to be like everywhere on every front unit in the mines. I'll tell you that right now. His normal arts does 30,000% earth damage physical, and then for 60 seconds, increases own arts by 7 a second. Note, this unit's arch gen is type EX1 and will stack with all other arch gen effect apart from the same unit. So EX1 is special because it stacks with literally every single other arch gen in the game. Like literally every single one. You could have any other unit, any other type of arch gen, and it will stack with them. I think it's EX2 that can also stack with itself. Like same unit. Like I think Mako, or is it Mako who's in EX2? It's someone who's in EX2 that's an arch gen. You could have multiple of them on the team, and I'm pretty sure they all stack with each other. Like multiple of the same unit if they're on EX2. If, you know, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's one of the EXs. I forget if it's 1 or if it's 2, but yeah, that's pretty cool. His true arts does 80,000% earth damage magical, and then for 30 seconds increases all allies attack by 200%, and earth allies paralysis resistance and freeze resistance by 100%. Man, I literally cannot speak right now. His super arts does 200,000% earth damage magical, and then for 25 seconds, all allies ignore 100% of the enemy's defense and increase human, dragon, and demon allies damage by 200%. So that's really good right there. I mean, I dislike that it is held back to units, dragons, and demons only, but it is a 200% buff on that. So, I mean, chances are you're going to be pairing him with a human, dragon, or demon ally. So, I mean, him plus Shizu, like that alone is going to be like a pretty wombo combo because the defense ignore. So, should you summon on this banner? Yes, everyone should always summon on pretty much every banner that comes out, at least for the freebie. However, are they pity worthy? That one's a little bit more up for debate. I originally said yes, that they were pity worthy, but I also don't want to let my bias get in the way. So realistically speaking, are they going to be account changing enough for you to want to pity them? Probably not. However, is it safe to pity? As in, could you pity this banner and then still have enough crystals built up to full pity the next pity-worthy unit? Yes, you probably could, because we're probably not going to get another pity-worthy unit for a little bit down the road, so it'll give you time to save up more crystals for that. But that's my opinion anyways. Thank you for making it this far into the video. Put down in the comments down below whether or not you're going to be going all in on this banner, or if you're just going to do your one and done, who you want to go for, who you wish for. And yeah, if you enjoyed the video, hit the subscribe button. It is free and it does help the channel a lot. And without further ado, I will see you all in the next video. Later.